How's it going? You alright? I had a terrible time getting this working today, but I think it's working now. How you doing, Fish? Not being the stream, I'm going out. Maybe next time. Enjoy, Fish. Enjoy your day out. Hope it's good. Hope you have fun on your day out. Bagwell says hi. Aeon says hey. Goku says hey. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are good. Florian Wirtz is not playing. So that's fantastic. You know, I've only been looking forward to that the whole weekend, but that's life sometimes. What can you do? Durwood says hello, champion family. How you doing? You'll be happy to know the stopwatch is not working again. I don't know. That's the second time. Second time it's happened now. I'm starting to get a bit miffed at the stopwatch. I'll have to fix that again, but I hope you will. No Name says Arsenal are the worst club when it comes to transfers. I agree. I agree with you entirely. What on earth is going on? Well, why are they spending £50 million on Madueke? I wouldn't spend half of that on Madueke. Like if he's not good enough for Chelsea, surely he's also not good enough for Arsenal. And just like why do they keep buying Chelsea scraps? Havertz, Sterling, Madueke, Petr Cech after he was amazing, Kepa. What's going on? It's weird. We won't get Gyökeres because we refuse to add 5 million. I mean, it's getting silly. It's getting silly. Just pay the 5 million. What is an extra 5 million? What is an extra 5 million at this point? An extra 10% maybe. They should basically just get it done. Not in the stream. Going outside. Yeah, take care, Fish. Have a nice day. It's far too hot to go outside in the UK, but yeah, enjoy. It's also, the match is also not working on my screen, so I'm watching it on a separate screen. So if I keep doing this, that's where I'm watching it. Mamadashvili's playing though. That's nice. Oh, he looks very nice in the green kit. What is the squad for today? It's a bit of a weird one, I believe. Where is it? See if I can bring this up. Oh, for God's sake, Liverpool. 1 second. There you go. You got Mamadashvili. Who's going to be right back based on that? Probably Conor Bradley. Centre back. I mean, I could just watch the damn match. Centre back. Looks like Lucas Stevenson, although traditionally he's more of a fullback. Joe Gomez. Sonny says, Fish, what about the Chelsea versus PSG game? That's a good question. Maybe Fish will be back for that. Maybe not. Who knows? Happy to see Chiesa and Gomez, but where's Elliot? Is Elliot not on the thingy thing? Oh, yeah. You're right. Elliot's not there. Interesting. I mean, I think we know why, but I'm not allowed to say why. But I think we know why. Let me see. Yeah, the stopwatch doesn't work on this one either. Steel Van says Elliot was under 21s. Yeah, I guess. I presume Wirtz is not playing because he finished his season quite late with the Nations League. Like I haven't heard anything about injuries or anything. Mr. Default says, come on, Preston. The mighty North End can do it. They certainly can do it. And I'm just going to have to keep on turning my head today because the match is not working on my main screen, so I've got a backup. So Buzzline needs to cut his hair, man, like me. So Buzzline needs to do this because it's far too hot. It's far too hot to have long hair at the moment. Sunny says, "Wasn't Elliot going to be sold? I thought he was already sold. It looks like that's probably gonna happen. To be honest, I think especially purchasing Florian Wirtz, who plays in the same position. I would presume that's what's gonna happen. And the annoying thing is, I feel like when he goes, he's gonna do kind of amazing wherever he goes. So I hope there's some sort of buyback clause. I'm wondering if it's because they're still off because of the under-21. It could be. It certainly could be. The Shadow Guy, how you doing? Says, hi, do you know about a guy? A guy. A guy named Johnny. I do. I know a few Johnnies. Is there one in particular you might be referring to? You need to provide a bit more context. Vert isn't playing, says J Enthusiast 77. Yeah, it's disappointing, man. I was looking forward to this all weekend. I presume he's not playing because he finished late with the Nations League, unless anyone's got any more info. Hayden says, has it kicked off? Yes, kicked off yet? Yep. It's been 5 minutes. My timer's not working on the thing, which is a bit annoying. I'll fix it for the Chelsea game tonight. Sunny wants clarification on which Johnny it is. It is that Johnny. How you doing, Jenny? Hope you're well. Respect to all the Liverpool fans today. Very nice. Appreciate that. Hope you're well. I hope all is good in Man City land. I did feel bad about that, to be honest, because the whole thing says Florian Wirtz watch. In my defense, I created it yesterday, and in my defense, I've corrected it on Twitch, but then on YouTube, it's a bit of a long thing to, and I was like, I'll just leave it. SNP, Scottish National Party, says, is Canati contract going to be renewed? It looks like it might be sold. You know, it looks like they might sell this season for a cut price. We'll have to wait and see. He will play in the second friendly. Yeah, the second friendly is a week away. So I hope he plays then. Hayden with the vote of confidence. I think you'll win 7-0. I'd take that. To be honest, I'd take a 1-0 and nobody gets injured. But I appreciate the vote of confidence. Who do you support, Hayden? Just out of curiosity. LFC says he picked up an injury a couple of weeks ago before he signed. Okay. But to be fair, wasn't he playing in the nation? I swear he was playing in the Nations League when we were watching those. So I hope it's a precautionary thing. Shadow Guy says, how many Johnnies do you know? There's one in particular. I presume you're probably referring to Johnny Bravo. But then the question is this Johnny Bravo or is this a friend of Johnny Bravo? That is the question. Hayden Sports Burton Albion. Very nice. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. I got no clue what that means, Sando, but I hope you're well. I'm not well because I'm baking in this heat. I hope you're doing good. Jenny says, did you hear about Guardiola at the Oasis concert? He was getting booed. You know, I felt a bit bad for him. Like he's enjoying himself, right? He's singing along. He's having fun. He's being a human being. I was like, oh look, he's like, you know, he's enjoying himself. It's like, let the guy have fun. Like I presume he's with his family as well. And it's like, come on, man. Like even though he manages a separate team, right, the guy's out with his family. He's having fun. Just, you know, give him Give him a bit of a break. That's what I say. Simicast is still playing, which is interesting. Can't lie. Jenny thought it was fun. What, Jenny, were you booing Pep as well? there's me feeling sorry for him. But fair enough. Ooh, first test for Mamadashvili here. It's a free kick, edge of the box, left hand side, basically where Simicast tries to play. They're probably going to cross it in. Head it away. I don't know what to name this account. That's actually a good name, to be fair. I don't know what to name this account. What's your score prediction? Probably 2-1. Probably 2-1. I think Liverpool will probably win 2-1. The reason why there's a 1 is I presume these players are not fully awake yet, number 1. And number 2, there's quite a few youth team players in here. It doesn't even feel like a new season. It feels like 5 minutes ago when we had the Crystal Palace game. I'm talking about the guy Johnny69. I'm his friend. Very nice, very nice. He's a top Johnny, to be fair. Now Sonny has also started calling me men on screen. You can tell I love that name. Tell those people who are booing him hasn't achieved half of what he has and will sell their kidney to a manager like him. Yeah, I felt bad for him. More so that he's he's just out having fun like a human being. You know what I mean? I'm like, let the guy enjoy himself. What's the big deal? Bro, the match has started. It has started. My stopwatch thing is not working. I'll have to fix that. For the Chelsea game. I don't know what to name says true. C Montana 007 says, is Wirtz playing? He's not playing. And he is also not on the bench, which is fantastic. I presume, again, I was really disappointed, but thinking about it logically, I presume he's being rested because he hasn't really had a break yet, because he had Nations League. Shot by Preston, goes out wide. He is stupid. Don't tell him that. I won't tell him that. We'll keep that to ourselves. In terms of where to watch the match, you can watch it on LFC TV Go. Jenny says, what score do you think PSG and Chelsea going to be? Do you think it's going to be a cricket match? Oh my God, a cricket match score. I think 3-0, probably 3-0 to PSG. I don't even think Chelsea will get a goal. Jenny says, what do you think about Crystal Palace getting booted out of the Europa League? Yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't it? I feel like they've earned their spot, and also not to be paranoid, but like if that was Liverpool, like again taking kind of quotas and things out of it. If that was a quote unquote big club, they wouldn't have booted them out. But because it's Crystal Palace, they're booting them out. I think that's pretty ridiculous. For me, they deserve to be there. Christian says, how'd you get Wirtz for so cheap? Yeah, I mean, good negotiating, I guess. Nice cross by Connor Bradley, but it just gets cleared out. I mean, yeah, it's a good deal. A good deal in today's market, considering kind of what the Noni Madueke and those type of players are going for. I don't know what to name this account. Says most of our players aren't in the starting 11 or bench because we don't want to risk. Yeah, and to be honest, it seems like mostly the players who played internationals are not playing, if you know what I mean. It's good to see Rio and Gamoa though. He's playing off the left hand side today. I don't want to say he's going to be amazing, but you know, like if he puts his head down and kind of continues that trajectory, then I think he can make it. Durwood thinks the PSG will win 6-2. Well, if we are in store for 8 goals today, I'd certainly welcome that. And hopefully I can fix it on this screen so I don't have to keep turning. Because I'm already getting neck ache. What can you do? Harry says, hello, how are you? Not bad. I was playing Silent Hill 2 yesterday. I couldn't stream it because it's just too hot, man. It's just too hot. And putting that headset on my head, it just makes my head even warmer. So I was playing just like offline Silent Hill 2, but where am I at the moment? I think I've got out of that prison area, and I'm in like a secret area now. That Maria woman's come back to life, and that's the whole bit of the game I'm playing at the moment. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. Sonny says it's either going to be 5-0 to PSG or 2-1 to Chelsea. That's quite a wide range, Sonny. Like, you know what I mean? It's either going to be a gigantic win for PSG or it's going to be a close win for Chelsea. I think it's gonna be a big win to PSG. Durwood says hi, Harry. Harry says hi, Durwood. You'll be happy to know, Harry. Fish had to go out today, so he's not going to bother you today. Sonny says that Jesus Christ is almost 120 million. How is he cheap? I think in today's market, that's probably a good deal for a number 10 who's 22 years old and kind of one of the best number 10s in the world. I mean, if you think about it, it's 20 million less than Coutinho from like 10 years ago. I love reminding you of that. I love reminding you of that every day. Jenny says, as a Liverpool fan, what do you think? This Jordan Henderson is headed back to Premier League. He's going to Brentford. Yeah, it's like I read it and I kind of rolled my eyes because he went to that Saudi club. And then he said, oh no, I want to leave. And then he signed for Ajax. Ajax are a big club. And then he's like, oh no, I want to leave. It's like, just keep your word, man. His brother is 66. Sorry, his agent is 66's brother. So I don't know if it's his agent doing funny business. But it's just like, he already asked to leave the Saudi club. And now I don't know if he's throwing a fit, but now he's doing the same thing with Ajax. Is he gonna do the same thing with Brentford in like 6 months when he gets bored of them? It's like you're not Madonna, bro. Like, so yeah, I'm just like pretty lukewarm about it. Ooh, I'm not lukewarm about Rio and Gamoa though. Cuts inside, makes space, but just gets closed down. I mean, I bet Kelleher is delighted about that. Dale, aka my favorite Everton fan, says afternoon pal with the sun and the sunglasses. appropriate for today's weather. But how you doing? Hope you're well. I went for a walk today. I meant to go for an hour and it was so hot. I just came back after 20 minutes. But yeah, I hope you're doing well. Andrea says, what do you think Ten Hag will do at Bayer Leverkusen? Probably not much, if I'm honest. Oh, I don't know. I feel like he was good at Ajax. He was terrible at United. I guess this will be the real test, right? Because now he's in a less toxic environment. Is he going to thrive or is he going to not thrive? We will see. Durwood hopes that Crystal Palace win the appeal. They deserve to play. If Chitiono is going to have 2 teams, why can't Palace? Yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah, it's silly. Like, for argument's sake, if Man City, or even if Liverpool, for argument's sake, even if Liverpool had the same season as Crystal Palace, and if Liverpool, quote unquote, owned 2 teams, they'd find a way to let Liverpool in. I just think it's ridiculous they because Crystal Palace are not like a big club, they're pushing their weight a bit. But if it was Man United or Liverpool in the same situation, they would have let it fly. Mr. Default says 3-0 PSG. That's what I said. So we are aligned on that. Charlie thinks Chelsea will be humiliated. Yeah, I can see it. Not Crystal Palace, sorry. PSG looking unstoppable. I don't know what to name this account. Has a similar sort of prediction to PSG, to Sunny, sorry. A big PSG win or a small Chelsea win. Martin says, bro looks exactly like Salah. Really? I'll take that. It's good enough. I have put on a bit of weight in the summer because it's too hard to exercise. But I'll take that. Late says score prediction 2-1. 2-1, I reckon, today to Liverpool. Harry says, yeah, I know it's too hot. I'm very warm. I can't be bothered to do anything. I've also got my relay tomorrow. So this is sports day. This is the second half of sports day, which is going to be Monday morning. Can't be bothered to do it. I don't blame you. Man. It's too hot. Tomorrow's going to be a bit cooler. Tuesday is going to be reasonable-ish weather. But then it just shoots up again, man. Miles, so where'd you get the hat? Somewhere online. To be honest, I don't... I would tell you, but I don't remember. It's quite old, this one. But I did buy it online. Ten Hag will cook, says Mr. Default. Well, possibly. I'd find it funny if he cooked. Because then he would have cooked at Ajax. Not cooked at Mr. Default's team. And then cooked afterwards. BM says City follow the rules. That's quite the statement there, BM. Dale says, all good. Been out and about today. Braver than me. I went for 20 minutes and then I couldn't handle it. Just waiting for the Wimbledon final now. Very nice. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Good to hear you all. Money Talk says Mr. Default. 100%. Great minds think alike. Indeed they do. Johnny says, do you think Brentford go down because of player selling? Probably not. I think they'll still be there. They'll still be a Premier League team. I'm just looking like does the shape of the team look any different to anyone? You know what I mean? From what I can see, and I appreciate I'm only kind of part watching this, but like Salah's kind of wide right, Ngamoa is kind of wide left, and then Chiesa and Szoboszlai are kind of double 10. No, but not ish. Chiesa and Szoboszlai are kind of double 10 with the ball, but without the ball, Szoboszlai kind of goes back, and Chiesa's the tip of the attack. Jenny's asking Durwood what her team is. If I recall, Barcelona when she was younger, but then kind of resonated more with Liverpool as she got older. That free kick merchant stole my girlfriend. I have a feeling this is Johnny, but I don't know for certain. I'm in Wales on Tuesday on a trip. Nice. Good stuff. It'll be good weather for a trip. Purely because it's a bit cooler. Mr. Default says the United curse is so real. Indeed it is. 20 minutes in. Surprised we haven't scored yet, but to be fair, we aren't playing our best players, yeah. It looks like more of a kind of fitness kind of exercise. Ooh, here's Rio. Come on, Rio. Bro, come on. Yeah. Rio's like very dangerous with the ball, very tricky with the ball, very unpredictable with the ball, but then his shooting can sometimes use a bit of work. He's a bit like a pinball to a certain degree. Man United keeper and Sanchez of Chelsea. Who's the worst keeper in Britain? I'd go Onana. I think Onana is completely pants. Trent or Frimpong, no bias. If you asked me last year, I'd say Trent, but then since he left, I'd say Frimpong. So I can't do no bias, I'm afraid. I've just gone outside in my garden for about 30 and came straight in after that. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Like I went outside. I went outside for a walk for like 20 minutes, and then I was like, nah, I can't do any more of that. And the plan was to kind of go for like a long walk for like an hour, because I set an hour aside, but like just way too hot, man. What can you do? Hi everyone, Viscabosa, it's me, Johnny. How you doing, Johnny? Hope you're well. Hope you're good. I like the Instagram stuff you sent me. Johnny sent me a picture on Instagram and a video on Instagram, and it was of like a belly dancer in a sari, and it said, "Send this to people who you think would be cute in this." And he sent that to me. So like, thank you for that. It did make me laugh. Quite often people say lol, but it did actually make me lol. How haven't they scored yet? Yeah, it looks more like a training exercise, to be honest. I can't say I'm too worried. The timer is bugged. I'll try and fix it for the Chelsea game tonight, but I'm concerned and confused as to why that's happened twice now. Name the team that was surprised the most, like Bournemouth and Forest. I reckon Man United. Is that how far things have fallen, that Man United are now going to be the surprise? The thing is, I think Man United will do better, but equally, I'm not sure if that would be a surprise. Chelsea, I think Chelsea will be a surprise, or Newcastle. Because I think they'll finish a lot higher than what people suspect. Yeah, that's a good comparison. Rio reminds me of a young Raheem Sterling. Yeah, that's actually a really good comparison. Actually, like he's got the Rio seems. I was gonna say faster, but like back in the day, Raheem Sterling, number 31 for Liverpool, he was rapid back in the day. I think I would say Sterling felt a bit more controlled, whereas Rio looks a bit more chaotic. But I'm not sure which of those is the compliment, because chaotic is also good in a way, but control is also good in a way. But yeah, I see the similarity. Isak Magnusson says, "What do you think of Bowen and Wan-Bissaka?" I think Wan-Bissaka's meh, but I think Jared Bowen's very good. Mr. Default says Trent and Frimpong, 100% both failed wingers. Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that as a notion that most often the kind of players who are fullbacks these days are basically failed wingers. Like I've heard that before. Kind of makes sense when you think about it. Yeah, for me, Onana's worse. Mr. Default says Hala Madrid, Johnny. I'm sure Johnny will love that. Tom asked what time do Liverpool play? Playing right now, kicked off at 3:00. I'd pick any version of De Gea over Onana. I don't know what to name this account. Says, I like Frimpong more because he can score goals. He's very fast. Also, yeah, I'm with you on the last one. I was honest. I was like, was it Emil Smith-Rowe earlier who said, who'd you prefer? And I said, well, last year I would have preferred Trent. This year I prefer Frimpong. What I'm looking forward to with Frimpong is I expect Frimpong to be out of position because he's gonna be asked to attack. But I'm looking forward to him actually running back to the fence rather than jogging back. Fantasy Cheese Basin says Liverpool kicking Barcelona's new, you know what, historical game, never be beaten. I think you're right, man. I think you're right. Especially the history with that, yeah. I went to watch the first leg with like my friends, and Liverpool lost 3-0. And then they were all kind of making fun of me. They were all kind of laughing at me. And then when we watched the second game together, you can the tables turn to a certain degree. So in terms of it being a historical game, never be beaten, I think you're right. I think people forget as well sometimes that Salah was not playing, and I think Mane was also not playing, or was it Firmino? But out of the front three, two of the three were injured. So we had Origi up front and we had Shaqiri up front. That just kind of makes things all the better. Jenny, I've not skipped any of your messages, Jenny. The last one I've got is the one about Man United. Mr. Default says, "Bro, heard Man United top 10 and laughed." I did laugh, but the reason why I laughed, to be fair, is not from a insulting perspective. It's more of a, yeah, of course they'll get top 10. You know what I mean? So I hope the reason for my laughing is a bit reassuring. Because I was like, yeah, of course they will. Of course they will. Johnny says, "Did a guy named Shadow tell you anything about me?" I had a feeling that might have been you. I can't lie. But he did. It's very complimentary. It's very complimentary. I mentioned that I know two Johnnies, and he was like, "How can you know two Johnnies? There's only one Johnny. There's only one Johnny of any importance." So that's when I figured it could be you. But I hope you're well. Kyle says, "Come on, Liverpool." Yeah, man. We're all cheering the mighty Reds here. Well, apart from the Preston fans. Fantasy Cheese Basin. I also love that username. The corner was inspired, yeah. The fact that even like as Shaqiri was walking up, like he was looking at the floor, like even Shaqiri didn't expect a certain right back to do that. When that happened, I just started laughing. Like I wasn't cheering, I wasn't jumping up and down. I wasn't screaming. I just burst out laughing because it was the funniest thing ever. That was my reaction. I don't know if you guys remember your reaction. I just burst out laughing. Johnny says, "Who says hello Madrid?" I think that was Mr. Default. Before Vitinha, there was Renato Sanchez. Yeah, Whatever happened to him? Did he go to a French team and then it didn't quite work out for him? Sunny, the Barcelona fan, says, "Jesus Christ, we mustn't forget that the ball is 2 round." Indeed, we must not. I don't know what to name this account. It says, "If Jeremy plays right back and he attacks, we could be fine anyway because Kanate covers the right side." He does. Kanate's got experience and history covering that right side. And I'd like to believe and I'd like to assume that even then, Frimpong will make a lot of effort to run back. He's quicker than Trent. And since he's at a new club, he'll want to impress. So I think he'll make effort to run back as well. So I think that's positive. Rio is getting a lot of the ball today. And that's quite nice to see. Like he's not scared of it. He's not, intimidated. He's getting a lot of the ball. Pablo says Chelsea will get cooked by PSG. Indeed, they will, and I will get cooked by this weather because it's too hot. But yes, I think they will. Jenny asks, "What do you reckon about that new rule coming in? If the keeper hold it for more than 8 seconds to give a corner." I just think they're adding too many little rules on here and there. You know what I mean? Too many, like kick the ball away, a booking. I've never liked that. Hold on to the ball for too long. It's called like how are they gonna enforce that? Is a ticker gonna start? Is a ticker gonna like automatically start as soon as the goal kick happens? And is that gonna be visible on the screen? Or for certain clubs, will it be at 8 seconds? But will it be inconsistently eliminated? And then you're gonna have to deal with all this drama online, like, oh, for Chelsea he was holding the ball for 9 seconds and he didn't put it out for a corner, but for us it was 8.5. It's like, oh god, man, they're just trying to overly complicate and overly add features. It's called scope creep. If you ever work in like tech building things, there's this concept called scope creep, and that is literally what is happening here. If you Google scope creep, that's... Oh, Liverpool have scored. Who's that? Is it Conor Bradley? He doesn't seem to be celebrating. Maybe because it's a pre-season friendly. But yeah, I think they're just adding too many little rules on. For me, just deal with the diving. Like I'd rather the referee was just had a bit more of a backbone and said, "Hey, you're taking too long." But yeah, Rio. Did Rio get? Oh no, Chiesa maybe. I'm just seeing the replay. Okay, so Bosley with the assist. Nice goal, to be fair. Interesting, kind of how far advanced Connor Bradley is there. Connor Bradley's basically as a striker. Is that a tactical change? Is that where Frimpong's gonna be? That's interesting. That is not something that was present in the system last year. Trent would never really be in that position. Is that a tactical change? Am I overanalyzing this? Maybe. Maybe. But yeah, let's... But like, that could be a tactical change because that was weird. It was like in the box you had Rio on the left, and then you had like Szoboszlai, and then you had Salah. So Szoboszlai and Salah were kind of in the middle, and then you had Connor Bradley. Rio's got the ball again. And again, the same thing happened. He's dribbling very well, but his final ball was poor. Origi awareness to create that moment at that stage of the game was world class. Yeah, I do miss Mr. Divock. He's definitely one of those, I think, he'll definitely be invited back for the Legends games and things like. He'll definitely be invited back for those. I don't know what to name this account. Says also since Jeremy's fast. Yeah. That's kind of where I was going with that. So Konate will cover for him, but at the same time, Frimpong will be running back, and maybe Frimpong will run into Konate's space because Konate's out wide. Durwood says goal. Good to see. I wasn't expecting any goals, so I'll take that. Johnny says it was not me. He is a, you know what? He would have said something about his girlfriend. I didn't steal his girlfriend. His girlfriend fell in love with me, and I ignored her. He used to be my friend. She left him for being ugly. Oh my god. But like, how can somebody leave somebody for being ugly? Because surely they were ugly at the start. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, unless he got a haircut that she didn't like. Yeah, 1-0. 1-0 Liverpool. Liverpool get 69 seconds. Took 30 minutes, but we scored. Yeah, we'll take that. It's good enough. The thing is, Bradley didn't even celebrate, so I was like, has it been disallowed? I guess it's because it's pre-season. Bradley's very high up the pitch, like very, very high. Does this not look weird? I don't want to say weird, but does this not look different to anyone? That how high up Bradley is. Trent used to like sometimes going to midfield, but Bradley's going into attack. Does that not look different to anyone? Like Bradley's like repeatedly getting into the box. Most problematic player between Balotelli, Pogba or Suarez. Considering Balotelli set his bathroom on fire, I'd probably go for Mario. Johnny says, hi, Sonny Figo's... Oh, God. See, he said, hi, Sonny, my brother. Yeah, score's updated. Score has been updated. I'll try and get that timer fixed for tonight. I'm still a bit miffed about that, but I'll try and get that fixed. P5AM says, nice to see Chiesa playing. It is nice to see him playing. I got a feeling he might stay, Given the events of last week, and given that Nunez is definitely going to go, and given that Diaz is probably going to go, I reckon Chiesa might stay. Yeah. I don't know what to name this account. He's also saying, happy to see Chiesa get some minutes. Johnny says, Mamacita, I send Diddy to your house. Thank you very much. I'll make him some tea. Oh my God, Liverpool score. Get all Liverpool fans saying, oh my God, we're going to win the league. To be fair, Jenny, no one has said that, but I take the point. She was a gold digger. But I thought but you said she dumped him. Did he not have enough gold, or what was the reason for that? Sunny is saying, hello Johnny, hope you're well. My right back coach has scored, says I don't know what to name this account. Yeah. Indeed he has. Rio is getting a lot of the ball. He's getting a lot and I like that. Like, he's not invisible. Like, every time, because I got the match on, every time I turn my head, like, Rio is on the ball. I'm like, fair play, man. NP19, Chiesa should start. He's starting today. I'd like him to start a few games next season as well. The man who humbled Madrid has scored. Yeah. Johnny says, don't get too excited. There will be a lot of goals. Fingers crossed. Billy says, how are we playing? It's all right. I mean, 1-0 up. Liverpool have had a lot of the ball. Preston haven't really done much. Liverpool have dominated possession. The tactics look a bit different. But I don't know if that's just because it's quote-unquote Preston, or if that's a tactical change for the new season. Liverpool have dominated. I know 1-0 doesn't scream domination, but in reality, that's a good point. I forgot about that with Suarez. Yeah, yeah. I think he bit someone twice as well. How's my best mate Sonny? Sonny's big. Sonny's having the time of his life. Adam says Case has been so bad. I think he's been okay. For me, he hasn't done anything that has stood out yet. So maybe you have higher standards, I guess. But for me, he's been alright. Chelsea gon' win tonight, says 2 question marks. It's possible. They've got a chance. I do think PSG will win, but it's not outside the realms of possibility for Chelsea to win. She was with him for some time for money and other stuff. She got bored of him. I see. Well, it looks like he's better off without her then. Onwards and upwards. RK doesn't like Chiesa up front. He can never get involved. Brighton are now here. Yeah. Centrally, it's a bit... I guess centrally he can't really use his trickery as much to kind of beat his fullback because he's up against 2 centre-backs. Yeah. It doesn't seem to work as well, does it? 2-0 before half-time. Trust. Let's hope so. I wouldn't mind that. Shamas says, has Chiesa been so bad? Yeah, I think he's been okay. I mean, especially playing out of position. Like, could be worse. Why did Wirtz not go pre-season? They haven't released the official reason, so he's not even on the bench. I'd presume it's because he finished Nations League quite late, so hasn't really had a rest. I'd presume so, but I'm just guessing. Sonny and Real Madrid is a team that humbled Liverpool 2 times in the final. Remember Salah crying of Vinicius masterclass in 22. True, they did win 2 wins. They did win 2 games there. So that's a good point by Sonny, our favorite Real Madrid fan. Chiesa is the GOAT. Play him every time. I wouldn't mind that. Wednesday says, do you see Chelsea giving PSG a good game later on? I think they will initially. I think they certainly will initially. And I think they'll be up for the game. But I think PSG just got too much strength and depth. And I think eventually PSG will get a goal. And then I think, unfortunately, it's probably going to be tough. But again, Chelsea could also quite easily win. RK says, I prefer him so much on the wing. Cutting inside is what he's best at. 100%. Agree with you there. Enzo Maresca is a new one. I've not had that one before, but I'll take that. Why is Enzo Maresca doing a live? Should be preparing for the Club World Cup final. The thing is, I'm resigned to PSG beating us, so there's no point. There's no point preparing. There's no point preparing. PSG are gonna beat us either way. Jenny says Johnny is turning the channel into the Jeremy Kyle show. That was a show back in the day. Did anyone used to watch that? For those of us who are not aware, Jeremy Kyle was like it was like a talk show like Jerry Springer, like that sort of thing, where you'd have like, you know, the two sides fighting, and then you'd have the host kind of trying to mediate, I guess. But the show got banned in the UK after. Well, you can look it up. Apparently it's ACL. I doubt that, but let's hope not. Suarez was class on the field, like even biting like a vampire. Yeah, I mean, as a football player, he was very good. But I think from a behavioural aspect, there were certain aspects he could perhaps improve on. She wanted me after dumping him. I ignored her, and he got a reason that. Well, but it's not your fault. It's not. So let me get the story straight here. She dumped your mate, and then she tried to get with you, and then your mate is blaming you. I mean, to me, it doesn't look. To me, it looks like you're quite innocent in this situation here. Chiesa won the Premier League. Oh, 1 second. Chiesa won the Premier League. Scored in a cup final in his first season. I know my GOAT. That's fair. It's a fairly compelling argument there. I cannot lie. It's a fairly compelling argument. Abzi says, props for going along with the humour. It's all good. I know, it's all right. It's all good. People get offended. People get offended too easily these days. And I know people are just messing around. We tend to be quite light-hearted here, most of us anyway. So yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good. I pray to God we don't get PSG in the Champions League next season. I pray that we do, man. But in the group stage. In the group stage. I don't want them in the knockout stages, because then I'd be a bit concerned. But I pray we get them in the group stage, because I think we'll get through the group stage relatively easily, and it could be good, not training, but you know what I mean. It could be good. What's the word? Good experience to play that team again. But yeah, not in the knockouts. Not in the knockouts. Johnny says, Mommy Pedri 3 times. I'm sure Pedri appreciates that. P5AM says, Mamadashvili looks solid. Yeah, he does. I'm surprised no one's called me Mamadashvili yet, but I'm sure that will be coming once he gets a bit more famous. But yeah, looks pretty assured. He's very tall, you know, 6'6", I believe. So he's got that long reach as well. But yeah, how much did he cost? Like 30 million. I think that's good in today's market. Jenny says Man City will get the Premier League back. You reckon? It's certainly possible. I think outside of your new signings and all that, I think having Rodri back is a big plus. So yeah, City will be dangerous. Johnny says Jamal is better than Wirtz. Well, not right now. Is that a bit harsh? Maybe. Chiesa won more Premier Leagues than Messi has ever won. That is true. I mean, surely that means that Chiesa is therefore better than Messi. I mean, that's a logical conclusion I draw from that. Sonny says, Jesus Christ, nowadays everyone is a GOAT. We might start having to say GOAT of GOATs just to differentiate. Group stages I'm fine with, just not in the knockouts. Yeah, maybe see them in the final. But I think there's advantages to half time here. I think there's advantages to meeting them in the group stage. Was the goal good? It was a bit of a weird one from what I recall. But it was essentially a tap in from 2 yards. Kind of Rio and Gamoa had the ball on the left. He was doing his little kind of wizardry and trickery, and he kind of crossed it in. And then he kind of passed it to Sabazlai, who's right in front of the keeper. And then Sabazlai kind of flicked it to the right. And then Conor Bradley just kind of tapped it in from about 2 yards. Yeah, as WS says, there's a bit of a tap in, but we'll take it. Johnny says you are 69 years old. I think. I mean, I'm barely half of that, but I'll pretend you're saying I have the wisdom of a 69-year-old. So I'll take that. Take that as a compliment. M supports Man City. Very nice. So then we have M, and we also have Jenny, who are Man City fans. So 2 Man City fans. Sunny is saying, what if Rodri decided to give up on his? Do you mean if Rodri doesn't quite come back to the level that he did previously? I guess we'll have to wait and see. When he came back at the end of last season, he looked pretty good, to be fair. I can't lie. So we have to wait and see. Johnny says, "My honor, mamacita, Uma, I'm innocent." Well, I think a jury will decide whether you're innocent or not. We will send you a trial. We will send you your trial details very soon. Mr. Default says Harry Maguire won more FA Cup than Messi. Goat of goats. See, it's already happened because everyone's a goat now. We've got the goat of the goats, but that's okay. Chiesa better than Messi. E. I think Rodri's past it. I don't think he's coming back to that level. I guess we'll wait and see. When he came back at the end of last season, I can't lie, it looked pretty good. But let's see. I guess the test. The test will be what happens next season. I don't know what to name this account. Says, I'm a guess that Rio passed the ball into the box from the right side and then kind of tapped it in pretty much. The only kind of slight modification is Rio passed it to Sabazlai and then Sabazlai flicked it on to Connor, who then tapped it in. Sunny says, oh yeah, Chiesa, who disappeared after the 2021 Euros, are better than Messi. God damn it, what happened to the world of football? I think that's a fair argument. Maybe we compromise and say Messi and Chiesa are equal. That's fair. That's fair, surely. That's fair. Yeah, I had a feeling I was forgetting someone. Somebody. Was it Rio to Chiesa to Sabazlai? I think that was it, wasn't it? It was Rio to Chiesa to Sabazlai to Bradley. I had a feeling I was forgetting someone, but yeah, I think T has corrected me there, so thank you for that. You are Man City fans, now you have 2 glory hunters. They could be long term Man City fans. What's Ruben Amorim doing? So in the last 5 minutes, I've been Ruben Amorim and Maresca and Salah. Ruben Amorim is watching the superior. Is watching 2 teams from the north who are superior to his team. But I hope you all, McLaren enjoyer. I can't even believe Chiesa never got on the bench. I mean, hopefully we see more of Chiesa next season. Cooking at Carrington, says Mr. Default. Did Chiesa cross it? Am I remembering this wrong? I feel like Rio had the ball on the left, and then Chiesa was a bit central. But like, I'm having to like turn my head repeatedly because the match is over here. But you might be right. Diaz, says Hani. Diaz probably gonna go. He's not in this. He's not. Is he on the bench? Is he on the bench? Does anyone see Diaz? I don't see him. Mamadashvili, Gomez, Sabazala. Well, this is in number order, so there's no Diaz. Woodman is a new keeper. Pexi is a new keeper. Endo, Nunez, Jones, Gakpo, Robertson, Doak, Kirkes, Frimpong, Nalo, Kumos, Morrison, Pilling. No, there's no Diaz. Which is interesting. Which is very, very interesting. Yeah, pretty much. Although I think Sabazlai went for goal. Yeah, I think you're right. No way, Sonny called for the rage bait. Yeah. Hey, I compromise. I say okay. So I don't know what to name this account. Has provided a compelling argument for Chiesa, and Sonny has provided a compelling argument for Messi. So let's just compromise and say they're equal. Everyone wins. What's the problem? Yeah, Maresca, that's a new one. Maresca. I think it's because I shaved my hair off. Because it's way too hot. It's way too hot to have hair in this weather. So I think that's why the Maresca. I think that's where the Maresca comparisons are coming from. Ruben Maresca. That's a. See, I'll take that. That's a good compliment. I think Ruben Maresca. Hopefully, the best of both. You are a certain Johnny. I don't know who that Johnny is, but I'll take that. Sunny says equal like what? Messi equals Chiesa. The world is collapsing. Yeah, I mean we compromised. We said fair is fair. I don't know what to name this account. It says also no 2-0 before half time. We'll have to make up for it and get a 3-0. Who's that warming up there? Oh, Kirkes. Okay. Kirkes is warming up. Frimpong's warming up. We are in for some fun in the second half. E says Wirtz not benched as well. Crazy. I was so upset and angry about that. And then when I thought about it, I figured maybe it's because he was playing Nations League late and they want to give him extra rest. I don't know. Johnny says, I'm hungry. What should I eat? It depends. Are you going to cook something at home? Or are you going to go out? Depends what you like. I mean, I presume you want to be back for the second half, which is in 15 minutes. So what can you make in 10 minutes? You can make a sandwich, you make some toast, make some cereal if you're feeling lazy. Depends what you got in the fridge. T has provided the play-by-play of the goal. So Rio played it to Chiesa. Chiesa went back across, did some twinkle toe stuff, and then squared it. Okay. And then squared it to Sabazlai, who I think kind of tried to shoot. And then Bradley with the tap-in. Sonny says, is it true Man City doesn't have any Rio fans? Men on screen, just ask Jenny and M. There's a question there. Mr. Default says, apparently Barcelona are going all in for Rashford, but I don't know how true that is. Is that on a loan? Is that on a loan deal or is that on a permanent? I hope for their sake it's a loan, because if they're permanently getting involved. But I think Mr. Default was saying the other day he'd rather it was a full-time deal just to kind of get the money in. So yeah, it depends. Muazzam says, where's Wirtz, bro? He is not playing. He's also not on the bench. I presume he's being given extra time to rest because he was playing with Germany very late, I presume. Johnny says, will you do a keep sell stream? Yes. I feel better about doing that now. It will be sometime next week. Possibly Tuesday, possibly Wednesday. I don't know yet, but we will do that next week, 100%. Johnny says, bro, you are bold. Yeah, it's too hot. I just shaved it all off. It's way too hot, man. I just shaved it all off. I'm not shaving the beard off, but yeah, it's too hot. It's just too hot. What to name this? Sorry, I don't know what to name this account. Says, oh my God, that is Maresca. Yeah. I think somebody earlier said Ruben Maresca, and I think that's I'll take that. That's good enough for me. Yay, Kirkes and Frimpong. Yeah, looking forward to seeing them. There's a. I was thinking there's another one, but that's Mamadashvili is already playing. Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing them. E is going to Greece tomorrow, where Simicast lives. Very nice. Enjoy your holiday, man. Enjoy your holiday. Whereabouts in Greece specifically? I've never been Greece before, but it's on the list. But yeah, some really nice architecture there. Nice food there. So yeah, enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. Johnny needs a snack or a can. See, I wish I was 17 when a can would fill me up. These days, like if I'm hungry, it's gotta be food. Like it's gotta be food. When I was your age, I could have a drink and that would sort me out for a bit. But these days, it's gotta be food. I can have a drink and then it just won't make any difference. Rio Ferdinand playing for Liverpool. Am I Rio Ferdinand in this context? That's a new one. I don't know what to name this account. It says, I'm going to stay here for the 15 minutes because it's fun to rage bait Sunny. And I like this. It is fun. It is fun. But yeah, appreciate you. I don't know what to name this account. I have to read out the full name every time. Sunny says, let's go get Rashford. I presume that's just on a loan deal, if I recall. But only on a loan deal. Fair enough. Are you weirdly saying ibuprofen in there? Could you, if you look at the second word and if you look at the fifth word, you're kind of saying ibuprofen. Now I know you said you were hungry, but having ibuprofen is probably not the way to solve that. Or is that just a weird coincidence? Is that just like a weird coincidence? HTAFC says, thought that was Faisal Manji at first. I don't know who that is, to be fair. Who is this person? Faisal Manji. I have no idea who this guy is, man. He works in wealth management, but he also plays football. Yeah, really? I don't see it. Like I see the Maresca comparisons. But yeah, does he like play football and he'll? Yeah, I don't see it. But I've learned something today, which is a positive. Farhan says, how come Wirtz isn't playing? Presume he's I don't want to say rested, but I presume he's still in the recovery phase because he finished last season quite late because he was still playing Nations League with Germany. So I presume they're giving him a bit of a rest. Again, I presume. E is going a skiathos. Nice, man. Look at that, man. Looks amazing. Look at this. That looks great. That looks amazing. That looks so good. Enjoy, man. Just say, I don't know. I'll try. Johnny's gonna have a Pepsi. Pepsi or Pepsi Max? Let us know. Stanley says, let's go Liverpool. Yeah, hopefully get a few more goals. Chan's Cuts says, you are Himmler. I'll take it if I don't see it, but if other people say it, I'll have to take your word for it. Thoughts on Norwich are, let's be having ya. I miss Delia Smith, man. She was good. I thought you had the Norwich in your picture there, but I think that's Brazil. But yeah, my thoughts are, let's be having ya. Sonny says, Johnny reached the new lows of Barcelona bankruptcy disease. He has changed, but I have been there. You will get over it. Don't worry, Johnny. Encouraging words. That's Kumas, I believe. Kumas, Slot is sweating. Jones is on the pitch. Endo's on the pitch. Yeah, I think you're right. I think Chan's Cuts is right. He's been given an extra week off, the same as the other players who played in the Nations League. I guess it makes sense. In the sense that he finished his season late, so he's given a bit of extra time to recuperate, let the muscles rest. It makes sense, man. It's the Mamma Mia Island, is it? Nice. I watched that like a few weeks ago. I won't sing it, but I will say, how can I forget you? Here we go again. My. But yeah, man. I still got it up here. It looks amazing. Can't lie. This looks proper nice. You'll have to tell us what it's like when you get back. Looks pretty good, man. Johnny says, ladies, I'm still single. So, there you go. Johnny is available. Johnny is 17, by the way, so you have to be roughly around that age. I think Johnny said his requirements, if I recall this correctly, are 17 to 21 and into football. And there were other requirements from what I recall, but I think I've got that right. Standard Pepsi. Fair enough. Thoughts on RIP Lana Rhodes? I don't know who that is. Is that a wrestler? Thoughts on Norwich City are, let's be having ya. Who are ya? Who are ya? Thoughts are, they need to bring Delia Smith back, man. I like Delia Smith. She was great. Is she like still in charge of Norwich, Delia Smith? Or is she like not? Does she not own Norwich anymore? Oh, she's no longer. Okay. Well, it looks like you beat Northampton 3-1 yesterday, so that's a positive. Things are looking up, man. Johnny says, what's your picture, by the way? Is it Pedri? I can't really see because it's small on my screen. It says, Sonny, are you talking about a can that will drink? I'm going to eat instant noodles. That's a good option. I didn't think of that. But if you're hungry, you want something quick, instant noodles are the way to go. Durwood says Johnny is still a child. Yeah, 17, man. He's got his whole life ahead of him. I don't know. Says game started, mate. Indeed it has. We're on 47 minutes. Here I am talking about instant noodles when the game has started. I see Gakpo's on the pitch with his blonde hair. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Can't lie. Kirkes. You got Curtis Jones. You got Endo passing it between them. I was going to say, who's number 57? That's Kirkes. It's a temporary number, by the way, so don't go out buying shirts. And into Real Madrid. Johnny loves Madrista. Not sure about that. Adele says, what's the score? It's 1-0 to Liverpool. Conor Bradley scored. Who's in goal then? Is it that new guy? Woodman, Lookman, something? Actually, let me see if I can bring the... Okay, here's the... I'll bring up the second half team. That's probably not the most flattering picture of Frimpong, but it is what it is. Woodman, Endo, Nunez. Okay, interesting. Jones, Gakpo, Robertson, Doak. Interesting. Kirkes, Frimpong, Nalo, and Kumas. And there's your... I didn't want to say. I said it's not the most flattering. It's not the most flattering picture. But I might have been thinking that in my head. Maybe he's just tensing, should we say? Adil says, "Come on, Preston." Fair enough. The score is 1-0 to Liverpool after half time, and Bradley scores. Perfectly explained by Maureen there. Couldn't have put it any better myself. I think Robertson's playing centre back. So Kirkes has taken his position, and Robertson's playing left centre back, which is interesting. I don't know. Says he went blind. He did go blind. I believe he had a bet. He had like a bet on with someone, like if Liverpool won the league, he'd dye his hair. Apparently, he's still got his hair dyed. Johnny says, "Man, how old do you have to be to not know who that is? She's the girl." I thought that was a wrestler. I don't know. I honestly thought that. I'm not even messing. Like, I genuinely thought that was a wrestler. Which means Johnny has a... Oh, God, dude. I'm saying, look, Johnny's 17. He's got his whole life ahead of him. Excitement awaits. And then Sonny says, which means Johnny has a whole life of depression, constant Champions League... Oh, God. Constant Champions League crash outs and BS signing happy left and right. You can only laugh. But there might be some truth in that. Johnny says, no, Sonny is hard or something. It was that. Oh, right. No. Yeah, that was it. She has to be anti-Madrid. You don't mind as long as she's anti-Madrid. Viendo. I need to learn a bit of Spanish, to be fair. Mick says Frimpong number 59. Yes, Frimpong is number 59. Kirkes is 57. Mamadashvili was possibly 56. But these are just temporary numbers. They're just temporary numbers. So they put out like a little media article earlier. Oh, Nunez is through. Don't flip. Oh my God, Nunez has scored. Nunez is doing the Jota celebration. You know the... And he's doing the computer gaming celebration. That's nice. I guess it's 2-0. Just seeing the replay. Preston thinking they're hard, playing at the back. It was a sloppy pass back by the defender. Nunez kind of pressed him. Kind of half took the ball around the keeper, and then the keeper fell over, and then he slotted it into an empty goal. But to be fair, all of that is on Nunez. Like, he creates the chance. He creates the chance by pressing the defender. So that's all on him. I mean, you got to say well done based on that. I don't know what to name this account. It says, what are your Prem predictions? It's tough to say right now because, like, we don't know who's bought who. You know what I mean? Like, what else are Arsenal going to do? What else are Man United going to do? Right now, I'm not overly concerned. I think Liverpool will retain the title because Liverpool won it last year and they've strengthened. Whereas Arsenal are buying, like, trash like Madueke. I mean, I think Chelsea will be up there. I think Newcastle could be up there. But it's tough to say unless until we see what everyone does, I guess. Sonny, know my pain, says Johnny. Goal. Nunez. We'll take that. There's people in the crowd who are already wearing the new shirt. They're already wearing the new Adidas shirt. Yeah, 2-0. 2-0, guys. I think, I've corrected the score. Param is asking the score. 2-0. First goal was Bradley. Second goal was Nunez. Johnny says, just give Frimpong number 69. I mean, we could do, but then he'd be copying you because you've got 69. You've got 69 how many times? 69, 69, 60. You've got 469. So he needs to ask you for permission, surely. That would be the right thing to do. I don't know. Profile picture is good. It's like a Isn't it like Pedri or someone? Like I can't really tell. You should know, like if it's your profile picture, surely. Bugra says Nedium Am. I don't know what that means, bro. But you will need to clarify. But I hope you're well. Either way. Sunny Sunny does make me laugh with his sarcasm, I can't lie. It does. It is quite good. It is quite good. I know he has some weird takes sometimes, but it does actually make me laugh. He says Darwin Nunez scores, which means he stays. The goat of something stays. Well, I think the argument would be, Sonny, Nunez has scored against Preston, and Messi's never scored against Preston, so therefore Nunez is better than Messi. But we can compromise and say they're equal. Everything is a surprise, except Arsenal finishing second. You know what? I don't even think they'll finish second next season. Controversial take. Could be wrong. I don't know. It says 4-0 to Liverpool or 3-1. Hopefully the first one. Johnny says, show my comment. If there's profane words in it, it won't come up. I can't see any previous comment. Jenny says, do you think Liverpool buy more players? Yes. I think Liverpool will buy a centre-back. I think Liverpool will buy a striker at the very least. It is Mommy Pedri. What do you think about Kirkes? Yeah, fine. He's only been on for 10 minutes so far. So tough to, I guess, form any definitive conclusions, but seems okay so far. Nunez is playing with like a fire that I've never seen before. He's just chasing down every ball. He feels a lot more aerodynamic without the hair. You said Darwin Nunez, interesting. 10 minutes later, he scores. I think I'll have to save the interesting for like the Champions League final. I'll be like, Kaiser's coming on. Interesting. And then he scores. That would be perfect. Jenny says, Sonny is the GOAT on the channel. Can't think of anything he does wrong. Haha, banter. Sonny is the GOAT. But then everyone would have to be the goat. So then we'd have to have the goat of the goat. Nunez is the human who eats goat. Has anyone ever eaten goat? I haven't. I don't know if anyone has. I don't know the context of that, Johnny. But I kind of don't want to ask. I don't know says, you think we should sign Gehi for the right price? Yeah. If he's 40 million or less, yeah. Like sometimes they say he's available for 40 million. And I'm like, yeah, that's a good deal. Nunez with a free kick there. Not a bad attempt. Like sometimes they say he's available for 40 million and I'm like, okay, let's do it. He's an England international, he's young. But then other times they say 50 million and I'm like, oh my god, 50 million is too expensive. Tic Tacs Unique says Liverpool forever. Indeed. Drupal, is that like the coding language as in Drupal, or is that like a different reference? Or yeah, curious. What is your opinion on Liverpool signing Rodrigo? I don't know if it would. I mean, he's a good player. I don't know if it would happen. Like for me, the higher priority is like a central striker. You know what I mean? I'd rather I guess it depends, though. You know what? Like if Diaz goes, then we might. I don't know. My honest answer is I don't know. Like he's a good player, Rodrigo, and if he's available on respectable wages, we should probably be in for that, because these types of players are not always available. It would depend entirely on what kind of wages he wants, and it would depend entirely on what the transfer fee is. But I wouldn't want the signing of Rodrigo to jeopardize or hamper what is happening in the central striker position. Nunez knows it's his time. Oh my god. So certainly could be. You should do the interesting thing. So every player scores at least once. Yeah, but I'm also thinking I might need to just save it for when we really need it. You know what I mean? Like if we're 1-1 against PSG, I might need to save it for them. Johnny says, Mommy Pedri versus Mamacita Uma. Who's the greatest mommy? It's gotta be Pedri, man. I'm happy the fans still have Nunez back. Yeah, 100%. I think the fans have always kind of supported Nunez, had his back, cheered for him. It's always good to get a goal. Tic Tac says a good idea for Liverpool to sign Rodrigo. I think given the it depends on the circumstances, but it could work out well. Sonny is again calling me men on screen. Says Jenny is attacking me with a Bayern 2020 style of play. Is that when they beat Barcelona 8-2? Is that a different year? To remind me. Or Hugo Ekitike. With Hugo Ekitike, like the rumors are 100 million, and that seems ludicrous for a player who doesn't look all that. Looks very raw. Looks very unfinished. If the price is cheap, like 50-ish, 40-ish, then yeah. But if they want 100 million, for me, he's not worth that. Jack, the Bolton fan, we were talking about Bolton the other day, saying kind of what amazing players they've had back in the day. We were talking about Jussi Jääskeläinen, talking about JJ Okocha, talking about the Big Sam days. Talking about when they signed Fernando Hierro. We were like, yeah, Bolton were great back in the day. But anyway, I think PSG win 3-0. Liverpool sent Newcastle an offer for Isak a few days ago. I mean, this is the weird thing about this. Like, apparently Newcastle want Ekitike. Which then makes me think, But if Newcastle want Ekitike, then what's happening with Isak? And they're saying, we want Ekitike to play with Isak. But don't they play like 4-3-3? So, like Jacob Ramsey on the right, Gordon on the left, Elanga will be in there somewhere as well, and Isak up top. I mean, I appreciate Callum Wilson's gone. So are they going to get Ekitike as a backup? I don't know. But like, 80 million's too much. Sure, afterwards, everything will be expensive, yeah. I'd like to think that Liverpool have been saving their money, though, for the past few windows, because they haven't bought anyone for 3 windows. So I'd like to think and hope they've got a lot more money in the tank yet. Yeah, I'm with you 100%. Like, I watched Ekitike. I fail to kind of see what he really excels at. I mean, he's fine. He's fine, but there's nothing that makes me go, whoa, he's amazing. Like, his finishing is meh. His movement is meh, like average. Physically, he's average. Actually, I'd go as far as to say his finishing wasn't that great. But like for £100 million, that's ludicrous. Jenny says Johnny was going on about his mate's girlfriend. I reckon you should get him on a lie detector. I think Jenny has definitely watched Jeremy Kyle back in the day. Should we bring it back? We'll bring Jeremy Kyle back. Lie detector, and then I'll have to say, the results are in. You're lying. NMPRIJPZ7PR said, what was Nunez's goal like? Well, it was a poor back pass. By the Preston defender. Nunez pressed the Preston. Won the ball, rounded the keeper, and then slotted it into the empty net. So I'd say it was quite good, given Nunez had to create that moment out of nothing. Johnny says, hi. Leander says, what's with Wirtz? Not in the squad. I presume he's being given extra rest because he finished the season late, because he was playing for Germany quite late. Johnny says, PSG will win 3-2. I reckon they'll win 3-0, but 3-2 is possible. Yeah, they sent an offer for Isak and they play, I think, 4-3-3, I think. So they might sell Isak. If he's available, there's a certain club in red who would quite fancy him. Drew Polaro Smith says, I love Isak to join Liverpool, but honestly, I don't see it happening. Yeah, it's unlikely. The only thing that perked my interest ever so slightly was when the news came out a few days ago that they were looking at Ekitike, and then that made me go, huh. But let's see, I guess. Let's see what happens. Real Madrid press players so good, says Johnny. Darwin Nunez is a poor Andy Carroll. I'm trying to remember Andy Carroll back in it. I'd say they're kind of similar. Former Newcastle, Liverpool and West Ham striker Andy Carroll has joined 6th tier Dagenham and Redbridge on a free transfer. Dang. He's literally playing for a London borough. But hey, if he's still got things to offer, good for him, I guess. Sonny says, you mean everything was expensive after Neymar to PSG move? Remember Jack Grealish was 100 million. Yeah, he was never a £100 million player. That did kind of disrupt the market a little bit. Joseph says, what's the score? 2-0 to Liverpool still. Dan says, such a cutie pie. I will take any compliment. Thank you very much, Dan. If Isak joined Liverpool, Man City doesn't have to get ready. The world has to get ready. Damn. The world's got to get ready. Can the world even get ready for that, though? You know what I mean? Because surely that's like a meteor heading for Earth. It's like, can the world even get ready for that? They can try. What's Konate's situation? It's still up in the air. The rumors are that he doesn't want to sign a new contract and he wants to go on a free to Real Madrid next year. So Liverpool might sell him this season. Apparently he's got a £40 million asking price. Anonymous says, keep Nunez, no need to buy another striker. I presume Anonymous does not support Liverpool. At this point, just retire the 6th tier. Retire the 6th tier. Sorry, it's a cooling break for the players, which means a cooling break for me. 6th tier is good, man. It's a nice day out. Go watch a bit of football. Bit of football for a £5. You know, £5 to watch a live event for 1.5 hours. Cheaper than the cinema, and it's live. Speaking of cinema, has anyone watched Superman movie? It was sick. I would 10 out of 10 recommend it. Priv says, why Liverpool playing? Genuinely asking. It's a pre-season kind of fitness game. It is a bit early. Because I feel like last season still hasn't finished, so it is a bit early. I believe the next preseason game is in 2 weeks. So this one does seem significantly earlier than the others, but yeah, preseason fitness thing. Johnny has to go. Take care, Johnny. Jack Grealish should have been 40 million, yeah. 40 million is more reasonable fee. Kieran Lee, you look like Kieran Lee, bro. Who is Kieran Lee? Today I've had Kieran Lee, I've had Ruben Amorim, I've had that random bloke, I forgot his name, Mo Salah, and Enzo Maresca. But I don't know who Kieran Lee is. I look exactly like this guy. 100%. AFCON might ruin Liverpool season. The timing is less than ideal, to be fair. That's kind of why I also don't want Osimhen. Oh, here's Ben Doak. Oh, Ben Doak, that's the most Ben Doak thing I've ever seen. Like, I love the guy, and his dribbling is so good, but then he doesn't look up. He just hits the ball randomly and prays to the gods that it will go in the right direction. And whenever he kicks the ball, he always just kicks it right into the Preston player. How has he not got this out of his game yet? It's so frustrating because his dribbling is so good and he's got so much potential. But then whenever he kicks the ball, he always does the wrong thing. Oh, God, it's more annoying because his dribbling is so good. Hope they can do a swap deal with Rodrigo for Canada. Mr. Arrow Smith is thinking ahead here, but I think that could be a good idea. What would the deal be? Would it be Canate plus 40 million for Rodrigo, something like that? Sonny says that's a poor idea. Remember, Mbappe joined Real Madrid. The world has to get ready, and we saw what happened. Besides Haaland, I mean, who knows? I think Madrid's problem is, like, they're kind of full of superstars. So in some ways, they have a superstar in every position. They're recreating the Galacticos, which didn't work, by having like a star in every position. You know, Courtois, he's a Galactico. Mbappe, he's a Galactico. Vinicius, he's a Galactico. Rodrigo, he's a Galactico. Jude Bellingham, he's a Galactico. 66, he's a wannabe Galactico. Camavinga, he's a Galactico. Tchouaméni, you could certainly say he's a Galactico. Valverde, you can say he's a Galactico. But I don't think Liverpool have that. I'd say Liverpool's Galacticos or Van Dijk, Salah, Alisson. Possibly Wirtz now. I don't know. It says, imagine this squad. Alisson, Kirkes, Van Dijk, Kanate. Who's JP? Who's JP? Oh, Jeremy Frimpong. You mean JF? As in Jeremy Frimpong, maybe? Mac 10, Sabozlai, Wirtz, Cody, Isak, and Salah. Quadruple incoming. I mean, retire the player. What are you going to do? Oh, right. Okay. I hear ya. I get what you're saying. Maybe he just loves football that much. Maybe it keeps him out of trouble. I'm going to have to turn this fan on, man. I didn't want to turn it on because it might muffle the audio, but I'm baking. It's too hot, man. We should buy Vlahovic. You reckon? I reckon we can do better. Tic Tac says to release Kanate is not a good idea. So would you rather sell him this year then? Would you rather sell him this year and get some money in? No party. I thought you were going, but no party like a Yamal birthday. Yeah, that sounds like a party I would rather not be at. Vlahovic would be a good signing as a replacement striker. I mean, I guess it depends on the price, but I think we can aim a bit higher. Ismail says, you look like Zoran Mamdani, the New York mayor. I need to make a list of who everyone says that I look like. I know who that is now. The first time somebody mentioned it, they said, you look like Zoran. I'm like, who's that? But I know who that is now. Yeah. He's not the mayor yet, though, but I think he might win, isn't it? Because he's up against Andrew Cuomo, who can never really seem to behave himself. So I hope he wins, because then I'll have another lookalike. I don't know. Says, who's the best Liverpool player of all time? In my opinion, it's Kenny Dalglish, King Kenny. I hear you. Like, a lot of people do say Dalglish. For me, because I never saw Dalglish growing up, it's tough. It's tough for me to say. For me, it'd be Gerrard, because like he was the one when I was growing up. But a lot of people say Dalglish, and quite often when you see these like lists of, like, you know, top 10 greatest Liverpool players ever, Dalglish kind of quite often is number one. So it's like maybe if I was born 10 years earlier and I saw Dalglish every week, I'd be like, yeah, okay, Dalglish. Ooh, Liverpool through. Endo, come on, Endo. Gakpo. But yeah, for me it's Gerrard, but like that's probably more my ignorance, because I didn't see Dalglish that much. DBLFC, how you doing? He says, did you get a trim? More than a trim. It's too damn hot, bro. It's too damn hot. More than a trim. When took it to extremes. I'm hoping this will get me through the heat wave. Tic Tac says, we need a player in midfield and in the front and to sell Darwin. This is a good... Yeah, I'm with you. Midfielder, striker, sell Nunez and make use of that money. Thank you, Johnny. That's a party that we should all avoid. Subs Dolphin says, where's Wirtz? Wirtz is not playing. I presume he's being given extra rest because he finished the season late. Philip says, shaving it off is a bit extreme just for a 2-day heat wave, lol. I hear ya. I find it like, for me, anything above 20 degrees is hot. Like my ideal temperature is like, this is gonna shock you. My ideal temperature is between like 5 to 8. Like 5 to 8 degrees. That's peak. That's perfection. But like once you start getting into 15 degrees, I start finding it too hot. Once you start getting to 20s, then I start getting concerned. But yeah, it's too hot for me. I think I'm probably gonna keep on doing this until we get to September. I don't know. It says, yeah, Gerrard is definitely second best. Yep. Sunny says, I got to go. Bye, adios, and sayonara. And Penaldo, you still suck. Hope you retire and finally give me peace. I hope he finally gives you peace. I hope he does retire and give you peace. But equally, if he doesn't retire, it will be funny to see you repeatedly giving him grief, because it's always funny. Philip says, I bet Nunez didn't shave his off for the heat. Uruguay, yeah, that's true. South America is very hot. I always find that quite interesting. You know, when South American players join and they wear the long sleeves and they wear the gloves. I think Diaz wears gloves in spring, and I'm like, mate, it's spring. You can take the gloves off now. But yeah, I think their temperature tolerances are a bit different to ours. Yeah, colder weather is perfect. I love it when it's cold. There's Gakpo. Jenny says, am I the only one that thinks Chelsea will win? It does look like that. I think most people are going for a PSG win. Thank God Sonny does not know anything about football. See, when Sonny says he goes, sometimes he's still there. So he might read that and he might get back to you. Employed microwave. You are unemployed. Did you get a job? Happy days. Because you were unemployed microwave the last few weeks. And now the username says employed microwave. Says some countries' journalists have voted for the Ballon d'Or. And so far Dembele it's ridiculous. What can you say? I think Salah should win, not being biased. But if he doesn't win, he should very at least be in the top 3. It's a ridiculous popularity contest. Hamboy says that Ian Rush has to be in the conversation, 100%. I don't know says 14 more minutes plus added time to score 2 or more 1 goal. Yeah, another goal would be nice. I can't lie. Mohammed says new Liverpool playing. Indeed they are. In Mexico it's hot. Yeah, Mexico's too hot for me. If I was to go, I'd go in January, like when it's cool. Employed Microwave says, wouldn't that make it harder for you since the ray would go off your head instead of your hair? I feel cooler. I tend to kind of sweat more when I've got longer hair, and that just makes me feel a lot kind of warmer. The trick is shave the head but wear a hat, because then that way the sun's rays they hit the hat, but your head is cooler because there's no hair. That seems to be the peak combination for me. How would you feel if we sign Ekatike? Yeah, I'm with you. I don't see the fuss with Ekatike. I don't see kind of what he excels at. I mean, if he's available for cheap, then maybe it's worth the risk. But 100 million, absolutely not. Which striker would you sign? Give you a top 3. 1 Isak, 2 Alvarez, and I don't believe there is a number 3. 3 would be save the money. Just save our money for another day. Employed Microwave got a job. Very nice. Getting paid 20 grand a year. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. What kind of job is it? Are you looking forward to it? Are you excited? But yeah, good to hear, man. It's good to hear. Good save, says Adam. Yeah. Preston getting a few corners now. Can't lie. I'd rather they didn't get a few corners, but that's life. Gakpo organising the defence. Oh my God, Preston have scored. That's fantastic. As soon as I look at the screen, Preston score. I've been reading messages for the past 20 minutes, and then I said, you know what, I'm going to look at the screen. And as soon as I look at the screen, I see a header go flying in. Who was that? Okay, I can see why. Because Ben Doak is like 5'1", and the 6-foot defender who Ben Doak was marking ended up scoring. So we must change the score to 2-1. Goal now, says Adam. Oh, has he got a long sleeve on? It's like Frimpong, you were playing in Germany. Like, to be fair, Germany it can get quite hot. When I went to Berlin last year, it was like 15 degrees here and like 34 degrees in Berlin. I know he wasn't in Berlin, but even then. It's like, mate, Mr. Frimpong, how can you wear long sleeve in this weather, man? Durwood says, you called it 2-1. I did. Complete fluke. I'll admit, I'd be lying if I said I was some sort of oracle of knowledge. It's a complete fluke of a guess, but yeah. I will be doing the lottery today. See, I looked at the screen again, but thankfully they didn't score that time. It is 2-1 now. Employed Microwave says, so far Salah is 5th. Come on, man. He's better than 5th. He scored a bazillion goals this season. We pretty much broke the record. I mean, he equaled it, but in less games. Again, Preston get another free header. but this time it goes wide. Preston scored. I guess you were right. It might be 2-1, yeah. My kind of reasoning for that is I thought Liverpool had the quality, and I think I was saying at the start, players are not fully fit, and there's some youth team players, so Preston will probably get on. My prediction for the PSG game tonight, I think, was it 3-0? We'll see if I was right about that one. Preston playing with a lot more energy now. Ahmad says hello. How you doing? Is that Goku? Goku and somebody. That's not Chi-Chi, is it? But I hope you're good. Hope you're good, Ahmad, aka Goku. Employed Microwave says Dembele, Yamal, Hakimi, Vati. Oh God, this is just like a PSG love fest, isn't it? I appreciate Yamal is not there. Salah in 5th. That's ridiculous. I know Dembele, won the Champions League, won the French league, but I'd like to have seen Salah a bit higher. Nobody can tell me Hakimi and Vitinha deserve to get in above Salah. That's ridiculous. Johnny is back from eating instant noodles and drinking Pepsi. Very nice. Hope you enjoyed it. I don't know. It says, are you going to live stream the PSG Chelsea game? Indeed. 8 o'clock tonight. I will be here. I mean, I would have liked it if it was one game yesterday, one game today, but yeah. We'll be back at 8. Durwood has provided some clarity. A lot of players wear long sleeves because it equals out the sweating, actually keeps them cooler. Interesting. I guess it would shield them from the sun to a certain degree, I guess provided he's not wearing gloves, then I'd be concerned. Tyler said Salah second. Yeah, that would be more reasonable. I think that would be more reasonable. Cole, this is possibly Cole Palmer's account, says Chelsea about to pull off a miracle. It's certainly possible. I think Chelsea will do very well in the Premier League next season. So with that in mind, it'll be interesting to see how PSG do against them right now. I don't know, says, I will be there watching the stream. Appreciate that. I don't know what to name this account. Your voice is echoing in my earphones. Is it echoing for anyone else? I hope not. Ooh, nice little goal by Gakpo then. Gakpo with the Jota celebration. 3-1. I guess I wasn't right after all. That's live sometime. What time is it for you right now? For me right now, 4:45. So right now for me, it's 4:47. It's 8 for you. Is that 8 o'clock in the evening, I guess? As in 8 o'clock at night. You are correct about that, Adam. I was incorrect with my prediction, but what can you do? Messi is going to win the Horizon. It just doesn't matter how. Messi has a way of always getting these awards. Jenny says, I think Chelsea go to penalties. You reckon it could be penalties tonight? I think PSG are just playing with a bit too much confidence, but I guess we'll find out in a few hours. I don't know, says 3-1. Let's go. I think you did. I think you did predict 3-1 at the start. So yeah, it looks like you will get the winning prediction. Eye is fixed now. Gangpo looks so different with the blonde. He does, and I'm not convinced I like it. It's different, not in a good way. Like when he first released the pictures, I said, "Oh, that looks nice." But now I've made up my mind that I don't like it. It's the same. Last two numbers is 8 for me for you in the morning. Oh wow! Which country are you in then? It can't be US, because US it's like, oh, so it's for close to lunchtime. Oh, you're in California. Right, but that's the West Coast. That's the West Coast, I guess. So it's different time to like to kind of New York and those which are East Coast. Very nice. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Salinas. Good stuff. Makes sense then. Time difference makes sense. Rafinha so far is 9th. Not every journalist voted, so it could change. Yeah, I think provided it. Unfortunately, it looks like Salah is not going to win it, but I think provided he doesn't get disrespected too much, I think that's the best we can hope for. Different cities have sort of different times. Yeah, it's a whole time zone thing, isn't it? Like central time, Eastern time, Pacific time. Is that another one? It makes watching stuff in the US for me very difficult, because they'll say it's on at 4 p.m. Eastern time and 6 a.m. Pacific time, and then I always have to Google it. Like, convert 6 a.m. Pacific time to UK time. A lot of players have dyed their hair blonde. Yeah, it must be some sort of fashion trend. I'm pretty sure Salah's got more GA than all of those candidates. Yeah, I mean, for me, he should come out at number 1. And if he doesn't come out of number 1 because of some mischief, I'd like to hope he at least gets the top 3. Johnny says, I told the girl everything about me. She wrote it in a book. That's good. That's a good one, to be fair. That's a good one. I might have to reuse that. You reckon Doak has a future at the club? I personally think we will sell him. I love his dribbling ability, but his final ball is very frustrating. I think we'll probably sell him as well. Durwood says, hello, fellow American. So yeah, Durwood's on East Coast, which is Ohio, I think. Is Ohio East Coast? And I don't know, is on the West Coast, which is US California. Yeah, he was a club signing. HG doesn't. It's full time. HG doesn't rate him. I like his dribbling, but he hasn't really progressed in the final with respect to his final ball. Rennerman Steve knows the time zones due to his job. A few clients are in North America. Very nice, good stuff, man. I worked on one project where we had clients in America, and we had to kind of do things like based on their time zone, but it was just like one time zone. But yeah, I mean, it's valuable info. I might need to learn it, because I do watch like some American sports, and I always have to Google. What's 6 p.m. Pacific time? Because I can never remember the formula. I have another weird football kit, CD Lagrange Beans kit. Did you come up with that weird Italian team like a few weeks ago, and then they had like amazing kits? What the hell is this, man? They're like beans? I can confidently say without doubt, that is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life. Why are there so many beans? And this bloke here is actually wearing it. I mean, can't they just stick with the blue one? That's pretty normal looking. Horrible. But you're right about weird. You're right about weird. Liverpool had 2 bad games, PSG and Newcastle, and we went from 1st to 5th. Really, come on. It's ridiculous, man. I would give Salah the award. But at the very least, top 3. Cameron Bell says, yo, Cameron, 3-1. That's game, yeah. I guess your prediction was on the money. Yeah, that was it. Como with a random fish, and it was quite a big fish, just kind of plunked there, wasn't it? She's from West Coast. These girls I love the most. It was a Katy Perry song. Was it? I can't remember. She's from West Coast. I don't remember that song. Johnny says, bro, I hate beans. I hate beans as well. Beans are pointless. Whenever I get a burrito, I always have to say no beans. And they look at me like, what? No beans? I'm like, yeah, no beans. They're like, do you want black beans? You want pinto beans? I'm like, I don't want beans. I'm not rude about it. I just say no beans, thank you. The best burrito has rice, has peppers, chicken, whatever, but no beans. Beans are just to be excluded from every good meal. Pixel says, hey, and with the 3 Van Dijk emotes. How you doing, Pixel? Hope you're well. Hope the football manager is also going well. Pixel is also from the US. So we've got Pixel, who's New Jersey. We have Durwood, who's Ohio. And we have, I don't know, who's California. So good stuff, man. Kelly says, we won, yay. That's my reaction as well. Nice little win. I don't think anyone got injured either, so that's another positive. I don't know what's going on because of I don't have the volume on, but is it like clapping the fans? For some reason, Rafinha is 9th in the Ballon d'Or. It's just a weird popularity contest. It's like whoever you're friends with and your mates with, they just vote for you, I think. And also, Salah's first season with Liverpool, he took them to the Champions League final. Didn't get the credit for it. Atletico Madrid once signed a contract with Columbia Pictures and had a different film. Pixel's doing good. I got Wirtz. Oh, nice. You got Wirtz on your football manager save. Was he expensive? Did you get a good deal? Trying to get Upamecano. Trying to reunite the Leipzig brothers in Konate and Upamecano. Virgil went to Saudi on a free. What's he doing? On a free? Did you want him to go on a free? Like, were you trying to push him out the club? Or like, were you trying to get him to sign a new deal and then he went on a free? Yeah, some of these shirts are a bit weird. I can't lie, that one you've just shown me, this one with the beans, that's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I still haven't closed it. I should close it out of disgust, but I still haven't closed it. Right, okay, the Siggy Jota's song, that makes sense. 99 million for Wirtz. Dang, you got a better deal than the real Liverpool. I think we need Pixel as our sporting director in real life. Rafinha, the domestic treble and most GA. 9th. Mbappe won nothing 7th. It's ridiculous. Mbappe's got that PR, hasn't he? He's got that PR for this popularity contest. I can't take the Ballon d'Or seriously anymore, man. I didn't have the money in January to re-sign him, and he got mad and he wanted to leave. That's just ridiculous. I mean, I hope Virgil has a wonderful time in Saudi, and when he wants to come back in 2 months, I hope Pixel says no, thank you. But in reality, when that's happened to me in Football Manager, I've always re-signed him. Johnny with the random emotes. I don't know what most of those emotes are, but they are very creative. Yeah, bean shirt's horrible. Employed microwave, managed Hamburg in Football Manager after 7 seasons on the door. Nice, man. You properly built that club up to a successful outfit. So it wasn't like a fluke that happened one season. You built them up, and then they got the end result that they wanted. Happy birthday, Yamal. Ain't no party. That's a party we should avoid. At this point, the Ballon d'Or is awarded to the person who won the champion. Yeah, it's just like you win the Champions League, they'll give it to you. It is ridiculous. But anywho, this match is done. Liverpool won this 3-1. I'll be back in 3 hours. Is it 3 hours? Oh God, it's 3 hours. Be back in 3 hours for the Chelsea PSG game. Hopefully it's a bit cooler then. I'm dying. But yeah. I reckon PSG are going to win 3-0, but we'll see. But yeah, see some of you guys then. I'm going to go eat because Johnny keeps talking about food and it's making me hungry. So I'm going to go eat. But yeah, be back later. Be back at 8 o'clock UK time, which is in 3 hours. Which is 3 o'clock Eastern time. And I have no clue what California time. But it's gonna be. I should know. If it was 8:18, it will be 11:18, something like that. But yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. Be back in 3 hours. Take care, guys. See you then. Hopefully, all the best. All the best.